All right, big news for the channel. We officially have 1,000 views on the channel, a new achievement unlocked. This is a big deal, but I do want to talk about this specific tab today, the achievement unlocked tab that I like to at least call it, and why it's kind of annoying. But in order to get more views, make sure to subscribe below and let's talk about why this constant reminder from YouTube about new achievements unlocked and other information is kind of annoying, because this is actually information that everybody gets to see on their own channel by simply viewing analytics. It's really words of encouragement, but at the same time, sometimes they're not so encouraging because you realize how long it's actually taken you to do some stuff. So let's dive deep into the analytics real quick and just talk about the various different information that we get out of our own analytics. So far, I've received 1,056 views, so that achievement was unlocked about 4 days ago. Now, it's a good reminder to have, but of course I have my views shown to me right here under the YouTube analytics page. The thing that I don't necessarily like about those achievements is it's really trying to push you to get more content out to your viewership, and sometimes you need to take a break. As I did this last week, I took about 4 days off, just got busy with everyday life. So of course my viewership went down tremendously, which is not a big deal because I am getting a consistent audience, although I've only gotten 29 views in the last 48 hours. A big accomplishment is that 1,000 views, but I saw that without them displaying some fancy banner to me. I'm constantly in these analytics anyway, trying to check out what I can improve upon and how to do better. So in my opinion, those achievements that they show you don't really help you out anything. They don't show you anything new. So let's go back to the achievement. Now, what I will say is if they gave you some new insight to why you received this new achievement, maybe some information about what you did well, I think this banner here would be much more efficient and useful to us content creators. Instead, it just seems like a pep talk to keep you going, feeding that endless algorithm and how hungry it is for more content. Of course, YouTube does not get paid unless you make them more content and get more viewers and eyeballs watching the content at all times. So now let's talk about when these new achievements come. So there are plenty of different reasons that these achievements will pop up. For those of you who haven't reached them yet, you will soon if you keep consistent. One reason, of course, is different view goals according to YouTube. Number 2 is different types of things that you've actually unlocked. So that might be like the community tab or whatever. I believe they show up in a similar banner as well. 3, you get certain amount of watch time hours. Monetization is number 4. Just various different things that you kind of get to or unlock as you're a YouTube content creator. So look out for the tab if you want. Otherwise, ignore it because it doesn't really give you too much insight. Typically, all it says is something very simple, which is view analytics, and it takes you right where you would expect with any of the other buttons that lead you to the same exact place. And that's just as effective as going over to the left-hand side and clicking on analytics. It takes you there as well. Now, instead, what I like to pay attention to a little bit more is these things right here. This tells me about how well my channel has been doing over a decent period of time. 28 days is fairly good for getting some kind of information. Here I've received 77% more than the previous 28 days, 41% less subscribers than the last 28 days, and 194% more views in the last 28 days. Now the subs have gone down, and there is a reason for this, but you're gonna have to stick around and subscribe below in order to get another video that explains why this would be the case. My views are going up and my watch hours are going up, but my subs are going down over a period of time, that period being the 28-day period. Why is that? Does that make any sense? Well, it does when you consider the type of content I've been making, but we'll talk about that in another video. So just some words about this. Do not necessarily get encouraged or discouraged by the achievements unlocked banner that you'll see on your dashboard as you progress through YouTube. All of us progress at different rates, and it took me months and months to get my first 1,000 views and even my first subscriber on my other YouTube channel, which now has over 5 million views. So I really don't pay attention to these new achievements anymore. Instead, I just focus on my analytics and how to improve those analytics. But overall, I like to look back at times where I needed a break and I kept pushing because of things like this, these metrics, which at the end of the day don't matter too much, at least for me. This is a pick-me-up, which is not necessarily necessary because we have plenty of pick-me-ups through the YouTube algorithm and studio analytics. Instead, I should have focused on taking a break, maybe a week off, 2 weeks off, a month off, whatever I needed to recoup and then make more sustainable, consistent, and better content overall for my viewers to watch, because that's what actually keeps people coming back, not just trying to break some goals or make some achievements here that's arbitrarily placed by YouTube and its algorithm. Well, overall, I just wanted to share the new achievement with you and talk about how not to get caught up in it. Anyways, I'll catch you in another video. Thanks for watching.